The whole Canaan, which was from the Wadi to Euphrates River, Turkey, and from Red Sea to Mediterranean Sea, specifically as was about the picture, meaning the south parts of Lebanon, the west border of Syria and Jordan are Israel's, Canaan, before. This was given to Abraham as for his son Isaac and to Jacob, Israel, Genesis 12 verse 7. The Palestine was not in Canaan yet when the Lord gives the Canaan to Abraham, as the Palestinians, before we see people, as they squat in Caphtor, as either as of Turkey or Greece but now known as Greece territory, like the desert or Sinai, which was a territory of Egypt, before it was conquered by Arab. Then God brought the Palestine from Caphtor to Canaan, when God already given the Canaan to Abraham. But when the peoples in Canaan, who were not of Abraham's household, continue on their wickedness and of worshipping idols, so God let them all be exterminated by the Israel. But the Israel did not kill all the Palestinians, and such peoples from Canaan, so God told Israel, that gonna be your problem. And as the Israel continue on defying God, so God told Israel that he will makes the Israel be small, which means God will not support the Israel if being battled by such countries. So the Israel, Canaan, became small. But God promised also that he will restore the Canaan, the land of Israel to Israelites of the nations, or the Israel will regain all the lands or territories of Canaan being conquered by such countries, from Lebanon to Wadi, from Palestine to Syria and Jordan, as was about Genesis 15 verse 18, Exodus 23 verse 31, Joshua 1 verse 4. So as about what the Islamic says about from river to the sea, it's just their own greedy plot, as to repeat what the Islamic countries have done before to Israel is why Palestine believed to be the owner of the from river to the sea, but they can't do it anymore because of friendly countries of Israel that are supporting Israel as God's will. What will gonna happen in the future is the God's plan, about from Wadi of Egypt to Euphrates River, from Red Sea Mediterranean Sea, as God will restore it to Israel. No one can fool God, Allah. It is there in your Quran that the Jerusalem is Israel's, as there is not even Palestine written in your Quran. It's not true that the Israel only become a nation since 1948, that is an ignorance to Bible and Quran, as before the Israel becomes two kingdoms or has two kings, King of Israel and King of Jerusalem, and was made to be in one again. That 1948 declaration that the Israel was made to be a nation is just a consideration, or is just a make-believe meaning, to the meaning that the Islamic is raising, that the Israel is not a nation, but was just declared to be nation in 1948. But what to mean by that indeed is the declaration to set free the Israel from being battled by the Islamic nations. God always makes a ways even in the Old Testament, to use such nations to help Israel. 1 Samuel 12 verse 22 and Surah 2 verse 246. Before his only God is the King of Israel, but Israel asked God to have further an earthly king. Surah 17 verse 104. This is about Genesis 15 verse 18, Genesis 12 verse 7, this is about Canaan, and Jesus so is about Israel. Surah 7 verse 137. This is about Israel the oppressed, and about Canaan, what was been inherited by Israel. Surah 26 verse 57 to 59, this is about God, Allah, commanded Israel to exterminate the peoples in Canaan after being delivered from Egypt, or from being oppressed, so to be inherited by the Israel as was promised by God since Abraham. This is another proof that the whole Canaan is Israel even to the land of Philistines. Find a verse in a Bible and Quran that says Palestine is a nation after Joshua's time, or prove it that there is a Palestine king at the time. Now one of the reasons is why God will restore the whole Canaan to Israel, because as was prophesied, God will gather all the Israelites from all the nations where they are, from the east, west, north, and south, meaning to complete the 12 tribes of Israel.